Hello everyone, welcome to my brand new Let's Play series of Wasteland 2 Director's Cut. This is Colonel RPG and I'm so happy to have you here hanging out with me as we start a campaign in the latest game from Brian Fargo, of course from inXile Entertainment, which today receives its Director's Cut patch, a patch that brings many improvements and fixes and changes. If you don't know Wasteland 2, well, ride along because this little precious gem is the sequel to what was effectively the predecessor of Fallout 1. Actual fact, in Fallout's opening cinematic, Brian Fargo, the creator of Wasteland, is the first name that pops up on screen, even though he didn't actually work in the Fallout game himself, just because him and his team back then from Interplay created Wasteland. And last year, a little over a year now, Wasteland 2 came out and has been generally well received by gamers and critics alike. Me, personally, I loved my time with it, even though I didn't actually get around to finishing it, so when I heard the director's cut was in development, I decided to wait for it before I actually went and tried to finish the game. It brings new gameplay mechanics, better balancing of enemies and weapons, new voiceovers, better graphics, and of course, it is also being released on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. But this is Let's Play Wasteland 2 Director's Cut, so why don't we get down to business? Let me show you. Starting a new game will override your existing autosave. Yeah, I know that. Don't worry, I have everything under control, I think. Let me show you. Let me show you character creation because it's actually pretty good. There's a few improvements and a few changes from the original version of the game. You get to create four rangers. I'm gonna create just one, just so you guys can see. That's gonna be Colonel RPG right there. He's gonna be a man. There's no new portraits to talk about. Again, decide the age, the religion, what he smokes, and the ethnicity, although these don't actually do much. And of course you can customize the appearance and give him a big sombrero or something, I don't know, like a poncho, whatever. There's not much, I mean, there's a lot more detail now in comparison to the original game, but not really, as far as I can tell, not really more customization options. So let's get down to the skills. Combat skills, I know about those. So basically how this works is you get the classic system. It's not the special like in Fallout, it's the classic. You got coordination, luck, awareness, strength, speed, and intelligence. And I'm gonna show you, as after we start the game, I'm gonna show you my party and my builds. But you can basically allocate your skills, your attributes, I mean. For example, intelligence is very important because it gives you skill points per level, and down here you can check. You can spend a lot of time in the character system. You have your skills divided by three different categories. So you have combat skills over here. There's quite a few of them. You got knowledge skills, and yeah, they'll come in handy. But the trick is, and I'll go into more detail later. But the trick is to allocate your skills all around your party, so you can specialize each one of your characters. For example, you're gonna want a sniper class that maybe deals with alarms, disarming, or I don't know, like a surgeon, because he's always in the back and can fix up your mates. And general skills, just these are more non-combat related, of course. These are also non-combat related, but anyway, I'm gonna go with that just to allocate some skills. And then we have the new addition to the Director's Patch, or Director's Cut, which is the Quirks. Quirks are basically, well, if you're familiar with Fallout, these are basically traits, the traits of your character. You can only pick one, so choose carefully, but these are all brutal. They are not exactly, they are not all exactly good. I mean, there's benefits and drawbacks. They serve to make your characters a little bit more interesting. So yeah, you're gonna want to pick them, but at first you might be scared a little bit of them. There are a few that aren't so bad, like for example this one isn't that terrible. I mean the drawbacks. I mean this one. I mean, for example, if you're a leader, maybe that is a good one. Don't know. Yeah, but there's a few of them. You're gonna wanna choose them carefully. And I think these will add a little bit more pep and zest to your playthrough if you're trying to go for a few of these weird ones like animal husbandry. What is that drawback? I don't know what that is. Well, I guess we are not gonna find out because I didn't pick that quirk for any of my characters. But anyway, let's go back to the main menu. Yes, I know. Let's continue. And I started my game, but we'll see everything We'll see everything. Let's go.
What comes after the end? I don't know. Neither did they. They were just an Army engineer battalion, constructing roads and bridges deep in the middle of the Arizona nowhere. They didn't know why Armageddon had come. They'd heard radio chatter about an attack on some space-based missile platform. But who had attacked it, or why? No one knew. What they did know is that the politicians and the generals had finally ended the world. Now, everything was gone. They took over a federal prison for a fort, kicked out the convicts, got busy starting from scratch. Maybe it was an act of mercy. Maybe they figured that the prisoners would die out in the harsh new world. Whichever, it came back to bite the engineers in the ass. Cultists, criminals, cannibals. They've been living with the fallout ever since. Good people had survived too, called for help in the night. And those engineers, those common soldiers, could not stand by and see them die. So they came out of their fort, and they helped the survivors defend their homes. And for that, they earned a new name, a proud name, the Desert Rangers. Now, Rangers, I know at times it seems our cause is hopeless. And I know it's hard to say goodbye to a brother in arms. But I want you to know something else. That no Ranger who dies in the line of duty will ever be forgotten. Nor will he have ever died in vain or unavenged. Thank you, recruits.
A stiff-bearded older man wearing a hard-worn ranger uniform and a battered old cowboy hat. General Vargas walks in with a cane, but he's not helpless. He wears a pearl-handled revolver on his hip, and there are a lot of notches on the barrel. This is General Vargas, everyone. This is, as far as I know, one of the characters, or one of the PC characters of the original game, and Ace, the guy that died, was his companion, and also one of the original characters of the original game. So, yeah. The whole start of the game is all gonna be around that. I don't know about the ending, but for now, this is his burial, I guess. Yeah.
I appreciate you coming to Captain Ace's retirement party when you hardly knew the man. Appropriate, too, seeing as how investigating his death will be your first duty as a Desert Ranger.
Happy to be given the opportunity, sir. But are you sure we're ready?
Yeah, I know. You've hardly found your feet with us, and here I am sending you on a mission that already got one ranger killed. Well, I wish I had another option, but the Desert Rangers are spread a little thin right now. Ranger teams Abel and Charlie are out west trying to stop a range war out there from becoming straight-up genocide. And Team Baker is up north looking for a way through the radiation that's cut us off from Vegas. I'm afraid the next generation is going to have to lead the charge on this one.
Oh, so how did Ace die, sir?
Ace had been trying to locate a faint radio signal, which has lately been giving us cause for concern. We gave him 3 repeater units and sent him to hook them up to 3 remote radio towers. This would have allowed us to get a fix on the signal, but sadly Ace was murdered by unknown assailants right after hooking up the first tower, and his logbook and the last 2 repeater units were stolen.
You think the logbook was stolen, sir?
Don't know, but it wasn't on Ace's person when he was found. Look for it. It might have some clues as to his death.
Yeah, so that's our mission. So where are the radio towers?
I'll give you the locations of the towers once you have the repeaters in hand. More important to find them first.
Okay, so repeater units?
When you get back to the Citadel, talk to our radio expert, Wade Woodson, if you want to know more about the technical details.
Oh.
All I know is the repeaters will upgrade the towers and allow us to zero in on the mystery signal.
The signal is a threat, sir?
The voice on those broadcasts disturbed me greatly. It talked crazy talk about a future where man and machine would be one. Worse, it talked about us, the Desert Rangers, specifically. It said it was coming for us.
So it was a threat. Huh. So what's the mission, sir?
The mission is this. Search the area where Ace's body was found, and do your best to recover his logbook and the repeater units. Then call in your report. If you find the repeaters, I may send you on to finish his mission. Ace's death must be avenged, and it will be. But finding the signal he died trying to track down is just as important. Besides, I got the sneaking suspicion that when you find the one, you'll find the other.
All in, sir?
Yes, call in on your radio. Your radio is your lifeline to Ranger Citadel. We'll be calling you with alerts and updates on your current missions, and sending you new missions when we receive distress calls. As Rangers, it is your sworn duty to respond to those calls. That is the contract we made with the people of Arizona when we opened for business.
Yeah, basically the radio over here you can call when you level up and all that sort of stuff, and when you have missions and all that. But it's really easy to use, and it's not often used anyway. So, where is this area, sir?
It's about a day's walk east from here. I'll mark it on your map.
And this is the world map. It looks a little bit different, I believe, from the original game.
There you go.
Thank you. So, when can we enter the Citadel, sir?
Once you prove yourself, the Citadel will be your new home. Consider this mission the final test of your training. If you succeed, you are welcome within our walls. If you fail, then you aren't cut out to be a Desert Ranger, and we won't let you in.
Okay, so that's simple enough. Down here you can see these colors, that now they're a little bit easier to distinguish. So basically this is a hard-ass skill shack, it's a kiss-ass skill shack, and smart-ass skill shack. Basically all of these S's, they're the 3 different dialogue skills that exist in Wasteland. And I have, well, as you can see, Francis over here, Francis Longhurst, this is our party. We'll look at them soon enough. He's a smartass and a kiss-ass as well. Our hard-ass is gonna be Azahel over here, but I didn't allocate any skill points, and I'll explain it to you later why I didn't do that, but you shouldn't do it. You shouldn't do it. For now, I'm gonna go with a smartass. Surely, sir, the success of the mission is more important than testing us. If we want to find these signals, shouldn't you let us in so we can stock up on everything we need to succeed?
Using logic on me, eh? Smartass. Logic and observation will change some folks' minds, and you can catch people in lies that way. But sometimes it only makes them mad, so be careful. In this case, you're right. I should let you in, but I got a feeling about you four. You got depths you don't even know you have, and it's gonna take adversity to tap them. So I'm sending you out undergunned and unprepared, just to see what it brings out of you. You'll thank me later.
Really?
Maybe.
Oh, okay. Well then, thank you, sir. We'll do our best.
Good luck out there, recruits.
And with that, we're in control of our party. Whew, the game looks a little bit different, quite a bit different. There's a new engine, the Unity engine they're using is the new one, the version 5 of it looks way better actually, way better than comparison, but I think the map is different. I think the map is different from what I used to see. Anyway, can I press M to see the map? I sure, ooh, everything is different, really? Oh, that's cool. Okay, so the area is totally different from from back in Wasteland 2, the original game, or the original unpatched game. I'll take that. That's a shovel. A shovel is used to dig up dirt and all that. So what I'm gonna do? How do I put it into my add to what key? Yeah, is that how it works? Yeah, that's how it works. So basically, you have low dosage pain relievers, and you have a shovel, which I am gonna have at my first character, Francis. And I'm gonna put the pain relievers at the end because I don't use them all that much. And let's look at our party, shall we? So our party is comprised of four rangers. So we go into the character, and Francis Longhurst grew up on the road with his brother and his mom. They were traders, guns for the most part. When he lost them to a raider ambush, he decided to join the raiders to help prevent others from suffering the same fate. And that's his motivation. He joined the raiders. So he's a pretty bright guy. He's not very good with charisma, but charisma is it's not really very dialogue important, very dialogue centric. It's mostly for picking up new party members as we go along. But he's gonna focus. Let's look at his skills. He's an assault rifle guy. He's gonna have smartass, kiss-ass, and he's gonna have as well leadership, perception, and bard later down the road, but not for right now. And his perk. Oh wait. Oh, we have perks now that we can pick up. Oh, can I select? How? Huh? Oh, I need. Oh, okay. So I understand how these. Yeah, this is a blind playthrough, by the way. I haven't started out the game yet. I just started so I could have the party saved. So basically, perks work like this. When you unlock skills, when you level up on skills, you get access to, for example, Hollow Point over here. That's a perk, and it's a perk that we have down here, I should think, somewhere. Hollow Point, there it is. And if you unlock it, you can access it when you level up. So that's pretty good. That's pretty good. I didn't look at his quirk. Yeah, his quirk is thick-skinned. And he's gonna get plus base armor, but he's not gonna move around too much during combat because he has minus 30% base combat speed. But that's him, Francis Longhurst. Azahel Naji. Azahel Naji is a basically a psychopath. She's our damage dealer for right now. She's very strong. She's very fast as well, and her quirk is Psychopath. That's gonna increase our chance to hit and chance to crit with every successful attack, but unfortunately if she misses, she's gonna lose minus 10% chance to hit and minus 5% chance to crit. I don't know how that's gonna play during combat, but hopefully it's gonna be good. Her skills are basically assault rifle and heavy weapons, though, as I will pick it later. Oh, she doesn't have... Oh, yeah, because I... Wait. Assault rifles? Oh, I lost... Okay. Yeah. Oh, she only has 4. That's because because I didn't pick one at the character creation. Doesn't really matter. Well, we'll get enough skill points later. She's gonna have heavy weapons, hard ass, and brute force, but I didn't pick hard ass, as I said. I didn't pick hard ass or brute force because we're gonna find that out later. For now, let's see, perks, she has a few. Logbook, I didn't look at the, it's the, yeah, journal. Continuing on, we have over here Diego Saavedra. He's a, basically he's our lockpicks person. Yeah, I didn't read her biography. Azahel doesn't have many friends. She never did. Not when she ran with a group of raiders, and certainly not now that she joined the Rangers What happened to the group she was part of, she won't say, but judging by what she does with her rifle, we can certainly guess. Yeah, she's a psychopath, as I said. Diego Sagara, he's a friendly, likable guy who happens to be very good with his hands. He joined the Rangers to use his shotgun for a good cause, but his extracurricular skills make him unusually requested party member in expeditions. He's misophobic, so he's gonna heal better, but he cannot use healing items on himself. Fortunately, we're gonna get a doctor later on to do that for him. His skills are gonna be... I didn't look at the attributes. So basically, he's very intelligent and very charismatic. Charismatic over here in this game, it gives you a plus experience, non-combat experience. So he's gonna level up faster. And actually, I think he should be the one using leadership. But we'll see that later on. We'll see that later on because of the charisma. For his skills, he's got shotguns and lockpicking for right now. I'm gonna give them safe cracking as well. I have... How the hell? Wait. Oh, yeah. I'm gonna give him safe cracking as well later. And let's see. Toast repair, field medic, and alarm disarming. And last but not the least, of course, Truth Bardell. She... Nope, she suffers from a rare birth defect. She has brittle bones, yeah, she has plus action points. Truth Bardell is a silent type, not with a rifle in hand though, and she's been honing her aim ever since she was a little girl. Born and bred as a ranger, her background is pretty much what you'd expect, except with more headshots. She's a sniper. Her skills are gonna revolve mostly around sniping and demolitions, and she's also gonna have, where is it? Animal Whisperer, but that's gonna be for later. So that's about it. That's about it for now. Let's keep going. So let me. I'm over here. So let's go here first. Grenadier Major Nut Gizbzebzib. Let's go there. Oh, I'm lost here. I don't know the map. Okay, this is west. I need to look north so I can. There we go. So this is the Citadel, by the way. This is where the Rangers live, basically, and they. Good to see you, recruits. Afraid I can't open this door. Really? Well, I'll come back later then. I will come back later, because for right now, we're gonna meet a new friendly face. And you might know who she is or who he is, but, oh, by the way, there's stuff on the ground. So, let's dig that up. Yeah, you can use the shovel like that. And what do we have here? Not bad. Let's take all. Let's continue on. Yeah, the map is kind of similar in some regards, but not in... Yeah, the navigation aspect of it, it's a little bit different.
God damn it, Ace. You never should have put down the wrench and picked up the gun.
This is Angela Death, also one of the original characters of the original game. Hi, Angela.
Sorry about the waterworks. I'm still pretty broke up over Ace. I'm Angie. You kids must be the new recruits old Vargas trained up. Lord, y'all just babies.
Babies, huh?
Sorry, but you are. As cute as little kittens. Y'all remind me of us. Snake, Razor, Thrasher, and me. Back when we were just starting out. Thinking we were gonna save the world for the future. Thinking none of us would ever die. Christ, sorry. Don't listen to me. Youth is good. Optimism is good. If we all started out worn out and jaded like me, nobody'd ever try to change the world. So you kids go ahead and give it a go. Maybe it'll work this time.
So General Vargas used to be called Snake?
Yep. He was one wild-ass son of a bitch back in the day. But I think the weight of his responsibilities has kind of squashed that out of him now. He hasn't been in a decent bar fight in, shit, a decade maybe?
How well do you know General Vargas?
Better than he'd like. Back in the day, the General was the craziest of us all. But somehow, after he brought down Base Cochise, he became the sanest. Now he's running the whole show, and doing a damn fine job. While I'm still walking patrols and answering radio calls. Shows you how much ambition I got, huh?
Yeah, basically Cochise, as far as I know, is the main mission from Wasteland 1. So what was basically Cochise?
An old military facility from before the war. And the biggest fight the Rangers ever had. There was some crazy computer in there that kept spitting out robots and sending them off to kill people. We had one hell of a fight putting it down. Earned our stripes that day. Literally. That's when I became Captain Death.
Computer was making robots?
Yeah. The base Cochise AI. Don't know what was wrong with it. Broken, I guess. It thought everybody was its enemy. Wanted to kill the whole planet.
So where's Thrasher now?
You better call him Gilbert now. Funny, back in the day, he just seemed like this big old growly bear. Strong as an ox and just about as articulate. But then he got all torn up during our fight with the robots from Base Cochise, and he couldn't go out on patrol no more. Any other commander would have handed him his walking papers, but Vargas doesn't dump old friends. So he started him working in the museum. And once you know it, turns out the old bear has a knack for cartography. He's been gradually mapping our little corner of the Wasteland ever since. Who'd have thunk it?
What happened to Hellraiser?
He's another one gone. Went out for a patrol a few weeks back and never came home. Don't know if he's dead or AWOL or gone off to join the Scorpions. All anybody knows is he hasn't called in, and we haven't heard from anybody who's seen him.
Damn.
I miss old Hellraiser like blazes. Didn't talk much. Didn't make friends easy. Wasn't big on social graces. But he was as loyal as they come. And when the shit started flying, he was the guy you wanted at your back. He didn't win that name by accident. Sharp as a razor. Scary as hell.
So, the Red Scorpions, is said?
You weren't briefed on those fucks during your training? Well, let me fill you in. You know when we left the prison and moved here to the Citadel? Well, the Scorpions were the jerks who moved into the prison when we moved out. Just a bunch of rangers back then, but they've been getting more organized. Call themselves a militia now, and they try to act like they're the Desert Rangers of Eastern Arizona. Well, that's a load of horse shit. A protection racket ain't the same as protecting people. They shake down all their towns for money, and if the locals don't kick in, they smash them up. The Rangers aren't like that. We get by on donations and good old-fashioned scavenging.
What can you tell us about Eastern Arizona?
Basically everything between the prison and the radiation clouds to the east. There are a few small towns and farms out there, which the Scorpions claim is their territory. Rangers used to patrol that area before we moved here, and we knew it pretty well. But a lot can change in 15 years. Who knows? Maybe it's all as clean and nice and crime-free as the Scorpions say it is. But I've got my doubts.
Yeah, sounds like it's not. Radiation clouds?
The edges of the map, kiddies. Big hot areas we can't get into without getting cooked to a crisp. The clouds move around some with the wind and the weather, but there are permanent hot spots on every side of us. North, south, east, and west. Until we started hearing those weird broadcasts, I kind of thought those clouds went on forever, and that Arizona was the last place on Earth. But maybe there's more people out there. Maybe the whole rest of the world's just fine, and we're the only ones in hell. Wouldn't that be a joke?
Not a funny one. Have you heard any of these strange broadcasts?
Ace played me some of them before he died. Hard to make out a lot of it, but what I heard made my hair stand on end. Some guy talking about turning men into machines. Or machines into men, or some shit. But the crazy thing was, then he starts talking about us. The Rangers, saying we're the cause of all the trouble in the world, and we need to be wiped out so his glorious future can be born. I mean, who is this guy? Where is he? What the fuck does he have against us?
So, yeah, we saw you at Ace's funeral. You knew him well?
They all hurt, but this one... Man, Ace wasn't even a ranger. Not at first. He worked as a driver and mechanic for Farron Brigo up in Vegas. When Base Cochise started sending its death machines into the desert, Brigo sent Ace south to recruit robot fighters. We met him in Quirks. He'd pissed somebody off out there and they'd locked him up. We sorted that out, and he started running with us, helping us fight Cochise, and never stopped. Vargas eventually gave him the uniform and the hat, but I don't think he ever formally signed on. He was just always there. And now God damn it, Ace. I knew this one was trouble, I knew it.
You thought Ace's mission was trouble?
He was working on the same thing Vargas has you working on. Trying to track down radio signals from beyond the edges of the map. All seemed a bit boring and scientific to me. But then Ace started saying he thought someone was following him. I asked him to let me come with him when I met him at Rail Nomads to give him the repeater units. But he told me to go back to base. He said he was just jumping at shadows because those radio broadcasts had spooked him. I should have gone with him. Why didn't I go with him?
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna break the episode right here. We're gonna continue speaking or talking with Angel at Death over here. And, well, that's gonna be it for this episode. I'm Colonel RPG, and this has been Wasteland 2 Director's Cut. I really hope you've enjoyed it. And if you did, go ahead and leave a comment, like the video, subscribe to my channel for lots of RPG goodness and other games that I play as well. But above all, above everything else, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next episode. Bye-bye!